Welcome to Eyeshadow 101. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this eyeshadow look because it is so much easier than you think. P. Louise eyeshadow base. This is basically a primer for your eyeshadow. It is going to act as a grip and make sure that your eyeshadow lasts along with the rest of your makeup. Also, if you have a darker skin tone and you're looking to use pigments that are lighter than you, this will make sure that it shows up a lot brighter. So I'm just blending this out with my finger, and I'm going to blend it out with a brush as well. And if you don't have eyeshadow primer, you can totally use concealer. Highly recommend this step to make sure that your eyeshadow isn't patchy and that you have a nice blank canvas for your eyeshadow look. And I'm going to go ahead and set that with a translucent powder. Now we're ready for eyeshadow. So I'm going in with the darkest shade in the palette and I'm putting that right on the outer corner, and I'm just tapping that down so that it stays right in this outer corner. Not going to blend it out yet, but I want to make sure that this is as pigmented as possible. Lightest amount of pressure, I'm just going to swipe it into my crease and we're going to stop right there. I'm going in with a smaller pencil brush, basically just a smaller version of what I just used. I'm going to put this on the inner corner. And I'm going to cover the rest of the crease. Because this shade is so dark, I want to make sure that it stays exactly where I'm putting it before I blend it out. And the darkest parts of this eyeshadow look is going to be the outer corner and the inner corner, and then just some darkness in the crease as well. So I'm just creating that line to define the crease and then just connect the inner corner and the outer corner. So I just cleaned off my brush, and I'm going to take the same exact brush and I'm just going to go in on the outer edges of the shade that we just put down with really light pressure and buff out the edges to make it easier to blend in the next shade. So with a really light hand, I'm just swiping away at the edges to blend it out and make sure that there are no harsh lines. And again, we want to keep this dark shade as close to the crease, as close to the outer and the inner corner crease area as possible. If we do blow this out and blend it out too far, it is going to look like a black eye, which is what we don't want. Going in with an actual blending brush and a lighter transition shade, I'm going to put this right above where we just blended out with the lightest amount of pressure because we want to apply this and blend it in at the same time. So I'm literally just using this shade to blend out what we were just blending out and basically creating a gradient going from dark to light as we go from the crease up to the brow bone. And again, you want to make sure that you're not going too far up. So we're using a really light amount of pressure and just focusing on where we just blended. Also winging it out just a little bit. And then we're going to stop there. Picking up a really small amount of that eyeshadow base on a really tiny concealer brush. I'm going to go in the center of the lid and just damp it and open the eye so that we can see where the concealer is going to land when the eyes are closed and when they're open. So we're going to go a little bit above this line and we're basically going to carve out our lid and just outline the shape to create another base for the rest of the eyeshadow. This is going to open up the lid a little bit more and create some contrast. When I do cut creases like this that start in the middle, I like to wing it out in the center of the lid to create a really nice flow for the eye. And then you're just going to pat down that eyeshadow base on the lid just to make sure it's nice and blended out, and again create like a nice even canvas for the eyeshadow you're about to pack down. My shader brush, which is really short, dense, and flat. I'm picking up the lightest shade that we're going in with, and I'm basically just setting that base that we just put down and making sure that we're staying in the lines when we go up to the crease. So I'm literally just tapping it in and setting that eyeshadow base. And again, you can still definitely use concealer. And basically just filling in the area that we just mapped out. I'm going to take an angled eyeliner brush with that same shade and just go over the top line to make sure that we can still see it. This brush is going to make it easier to stay within the lines and keep your eyeshadow nice and clean when you're doing intricate looks like this. And then just kind of defining that wing a little bit too. Swapping back in with my shader brush, and I'm just going to make sure that everything is nice and even. Going back in with my pencil brush, I'm just going to place a transition shade right in between this really light shade we just packed in and that darkest shade that we placed in the beginning. This is going to create a beautiful gradient, making sure that everything looks like it's flowing really nicely. And the way that I'm blending this into that lighter shade, because it is so contrasting, I'm just tapping it and I'm not really swiping it. So we're basically just depositing the color in this area, and tapping it on and basically dabbing it on is going to blend it while we apply it. And now for the finishing touches, I'm going to make sure that the inner and outer corner is as dark as possible to create as much drama as we can. So I'm just going back in those first places that we put the darkest shade. I'm trying not to blow it out too much, but I just want to bring back some darkness from what we blended away. So I'm basically just tapping on and adding the pigment back to where we put it initially. Then I'm going to clean off the brush, and then the same thing, we're just going to focus on the outer edges of the pigment we just applied and just blend it out with the slightest amount of pressure, and also kind of trying to stay away from the other shades that we also just put down. And then at the outer edge, we're just going to wing it out a little bit. For lashes, I'm going in with the Flutter Habit lashes in the style the Heartbreaker, which they just came out with for Valentine's Day, and this style is super cute. I feel like it really is like a uplifted cat eye looking lash, and they're so easy to put on. I absolutely love this brand so much. They're the only lashes I use at the moment, so I like to just prep them by putting the glue on them first, and then I go ahead and just squeeze them on. And I love to use this instead of mascara because it gives me a falsy lash effect with no mess. I love to use these lashes instead of mascara because it's just so much easier to take off when it's time to wash my face, and it's a lot less messy. And we are going to do the exact same thing that we did on the top to the bottom lower lash line. I'm going in with the L'Oreal Lay Eyeshadow Stick. This I love to use on my waterline because it is super black. So I'm just going to put this on the inner and outer corner of my lower lash line. And I'm also going to put it in the lash line a little bit as well so I can blend it out and smoke it out. Trust the process. Going in with my pencil brush, which is what we use to apply the really dark shade on the lid. And I'm basically just blending out this eyeshadow stick onto the lower lash line. And again, I'm trying to keep it nice and controlled and keep it in the inner and outer corner, and basically just leave a blank space in the center of the lash line. The Tarte Fake Awake liner, and I'm going to put that in the center to really open this up and create a really nice mirroring of the lid to the lower lash line. So again, literally just in the center, and I'm going to leave that just like that. The L'Oreal Extensionist mascara, and just going to run that on the lower lash line as well. I really like this mascara for my lower lash line because it gives me a lot of length but not too much volume, so it doesn't make my lower lash line really heavy. And this is the final look. This was super easy to do. It looks like it's complicated and it really opens up your eyes. You can also use this with any color combination. You can make it warmer if you want. Right now it's pretty cool toned, but it is still super pretty. Everything is linked somewhere. Let me know what you think of this look, if you'll be trying it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!